with the VIX kind of just blah, just sitting at 18, not really going anywhere. Put call ratio still diving down. The SPY off by about a third of a point. No big deal. Yields higher, but not like screaming and not above 4.5 yet. Certainly not above 5.0. Dollars pulling back, but not dumping. Apple sitting on the 50. Nvidia down, but not by a huge amount. So, is there anything that I just said that convinces you the markets are going to do something one way or the other? Yeah, maybe sideways. Nothing really, right? So, when that happens, what do we watch as an indication of where things will go today? Where do you go? Nah, Nvidia's earnings are already baked in. Where do you go to see? Well, the put call ratio is not budging. It's just more calls going on here overall. Yeah, but and well, IWM, yes, you can kind of watch and see what IWM may or may not do. But the answer is this. The answer is zero DTE. Now, Zlatko, you missed the question. Green thumb, you missed the question. The VIX is already blah. It's not moving. Put call ratio is on the way down. We know that's extreme, but nothing has changed. The SPY is only moved by a third of a point. Gold is going a little higher. Yields are going a little higher. The dollar is going a little lower. Apple's sitting right at the 50. Blah, blah, blah. There's just not a lot going on right now, right? So, what will determine what happens next is no, not the news, Ariel. F the news. No, no, no. That's temporary. No, what will control what happens today are the zero DTE calls and puts. That's what's going to move the market today, one way or the other. It'll have nothing to do with yields. It'll have nothing to do with the dollar. The dollar is not going to all of a sudden tank at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Gold is not going to spike at 3. Now, it could. But even if gold spikes at 330, maybe it pulls the market down by 10 points, meaning S&P 500 futures. What's going to chart the course of the rest of the day now that the market internals are some are bullish, some are bearish, but none of them are really moving. Check the shift dots. Yes. What you want to look at is this. Where are investors leaning? Who's going to win the battle? The battle? Who's going to win the battle of the puts and calls? Come on, you guys know this, right? So where are we? 592. Right here. Okay, what do we got? I don't think this is the right one. Hold on. This does not look right to me. Do you guys get the point? So I've already told you Apple is struggling to stay above the 50. Let's see what it does. Nvidia is just lofting, hanging up there. If the markets rally, they'll buy Nvidia. If the markets don't, they'll dump it. The question is, will they dump Apple at the same time? But we don't know that yet, right? Put it on the back burner. Bitcoin still higher. It's bullish. We'll see. Hold on. Gold going higher. Spiking? No, but there is some buying in the dollar. That's a little suspect for the market. Equity sold. Okay. Put that on pause. Let's just see what happens with that. Okay, cool. Next, yields. Fuck, yields are higher. That's not good. They continue to go above 4.5 and climb towards 5. Markets absolutely will not, cannot rally because the algos will sell off equities as those points click higher and higher on yields. The algos are programmed to sell off as yields go higher. That's just done. So it's not an opinion that I have. It's just the way it's set up. But right now, yields are a little higher. That's bad, but they're not spiking. So we'll have to see if they do. And as I said, VIX 18, it's just sitting there. Is it above 20? No. Is it below 17? No. Now, yes, we could watch the VIX, and we will. I already said that, yes. But what is really, given kind of the neutrality of the market at the moment, what should we look at? Puts and calls is what we should look at. So, as a lot of you have already stated correctly, I know I've seen your comments, guys, I've seen them. We can see that the largest concentration, at least for today, on the call side is the 594. So you have a huge amount here at the 594, which would send you, if you break, well, before I do that, and 595. There's even a decent amount at 596, right? And then you got, these that are sitting here, 25,000 of them plus another 50, so there's 75 here. So that would be the driver, plus it's a big fat round number. So if towards, over the next few hours, if you go from 592-ish and you break 594, look at the line here. See that? Look at this, like, whoa. If you break 594, then there's a good chance that the market maker will have no choice but to push it up towards 600. If you look at the put side of it, the largest numbers really are in the 592, 593s. And there's the line is sort of right there, which is between 593 and 592. And here you are, 592-ish. I would say by looking at this, if you break 593, 590, right now, if you break 592, then that should send you down 90, obviously to 89.90, right? Down here. Because it's like a magnet. Once you break the first level of the high concentration, the magnet takes you down to that next tranche because the market maker is going to sell off because they have to hedge for that. If you break the first level here, it's like a magnet because the market maker has to buy to cover their ass up to 600. They have no choice. So it's all about the 0 DTE.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video from Trade With Me Now. Make sure to go ahead and like this video and subscribe to our channel so you make sure that you catch our next video right when it's released. Also, if you have a question or comment, please leave that in the comments section below. And of course, if you want to learn more about Trade With Me Now or join our community of profitable traders, go to tradewithmenow.com. There's also a link in the description below.